Hello. Welcome to my channel. I am your friendly neighborhood shape-shifting spirit here. My name is Qianlinn. I am artist, VTuber, content creator. I don't know. Why do people have to attach titles? It is necessary, I know, but sometimes it's hard to define myself. Anyways, welcome to another unscripted, rambling, topic-y, podcast-y, I don't know what this is, kind of video. And today, we're going to talk about overworking, how sometimes working very hard might be overrated. This topic is inspired by one of the chat I had with my chat during one of my streams, and in there one of the viewers, a regular in my stream, said that she wanted to be a voice actor and singer before, and she practiced way too hard and injured her vocal cords, so now she can't even talk for long hours without losing her voice essentially. And that brings back to my own experience. I am not a artist that have been pursuing art my whole life. I was actually in computer science major for a year before I took a year off, drop out of my school, then start picking up art, build up a portfolio, and applied for art school. And now I'm an art student and a artist. I started late and I always felt very pressured by the fact that I started late. So during the year that I took off, a year and a half, I practiced very hard because I feel this urgent need to catch up with everyone else. I drew at least 10 hours every day. I drew every day. I think at the time when Inktober was happening, it was like, oh, the challenge is to draw every day. And I was like, how is that a challenge? I draw every day regardless of the challenge. Yeah, at the time I drew all day, every day. I worked at a job where there's downtime and my manager would allow us to do our own things during downtime where customers are not coming in because there's a lot of students there part-timing there and a lot of them did homework during the downtime, and I did too. And I did drawing at work, I did drawing at home. I will sleep late just to draw. I didn't play games. I played games by watching Let's Play, and I would draw during watching those Let's Play. It was just a lot of practice. Did I improve? Yes. And I also royally fucked up my hand. The year I got accepted into art school, my entire arm is kind of fucked up. My wrist hurts, the muscle on my forearm hurts. My elbow kind of numbs from time to time, and also my pinky numbs a lot. And not to mention, like, my back and my shoulder is constantly sore. They're still sore now. I have learned to loosen up my grip on my pen and learn to take rest nowadays, so it's slightly better. But I remember going to the doctor, and the doctor is like, hey, you have carpal tunnel. It's in the early stages, but you should really watch it. Otherwise, you won't be able to use your arm at all. And it was devastating at the time because I just made the leap. I left computer science. I wanted to do art as a career. I want to pursue art, my true passion. And to be told that you might not be able to use your hand like ever if you continue doing this, which I felt the need to because, as I said, I felt like I was behind. It was so crushing. I was like literally like, can I not do this anymore? Am I not allowed to be an artist anymore? And to preface this, I actually have a weak wrist to begin with because as a kid, this is a really stupid story. This is not, I guess, a little comical relief from the kind of depressing story I was just telling. As a kid, I think I was around 11 years old, I was obsessed with Prince of Tennis. And I would try to imitate the moves from Prince of Tennis, but I don't actually know how to play tennis. And I played badminton before tennis, and badminton is a sport that you flex your wrists to control the ball, but tennis is a sport that you use your whole arm. And I was essentially using the knowledge I had from badminton to play tennis, and you can see where that go. My wrist wasn't like royally injured, but it is weak. Like, I think the oily bits between your joints that allow your section, I have no biology knowledge, I'm sorry, I just know the theory behind it, but I don't know any terms. So the oily thing between your bones that allow your joints to move around more smoothly, I essentially ran out of it early. This is normally an issue when you're really, really old, and I had it when I was 13. So like, yeah, the stupid things you do as a kid come bite you back in the butt. But yeah, my wrist was fine. It just cracks a little bit, makes a little bit of sound. It was never in pain, so we didn't really check it or anything. But essentially, I have a weaker wrist than everyone else, and I was working like 12, 13, 14 hours every day drawing. And so my hand couldn't take it anymore. And the first year I got accepted into art school, my first term, my doctor told me that you cannot draw or try to avoid writing or using your right hand at all for the next 3 months if you don't want surgery or like worsening carpal tunnel. And I was like, no, but I just got into art school. I have assignments to do. My career, my life, my passion has just started. I can't. But the logical part of me said, it's only 3 months. You have the rest of your life before you. Bitch, take a rest. So for that month, I took courses that doesn't require much drawing. I think I only have one drawing courses, and I had an editing film photography sort of course, which doesn't really require me to draw. It was a really fun course, or actually, I learned a lot about cinematography. Sometimes just learning about things that's not directly your direct major, which my major is 2D animation, by the way. Like just learning something slightly different but still creative can be very inspiring. I also learned that during my break time. So taking a break won't hurt you unless you're constantly taking a break, which is a whole nother story. My experience taught me how important it is to know your limits, to take break when you need it. Hardworking sometimes will just bring early death to whatever goal you want to achieve and not necessarily push you faster, like everyone expected to happen. I look around the people around me and listen to content creator, other artists online, and a lot of them, actually, I feel like the majority of them are overworking. I am still guilty to it now, but I try to watch it. You hear phrases like sleep is for the weak, the grind, you just gotta work all the time, or like, hey, 9 to 5. You don't want to work a 9 to 5? Try working all day, every day. And people say that as like, a humor, dark joke to relief, to as satire at their own situation. But when you really think about it, it's sad. Like, why is sleep for the weak? The people who sleep are the people who understand their own body and know when to take a break and understand the fact that they need to recharge to function again. But I feel like this is also a phenomenon in university, in high school, among young people, I think, is that a lot of us actually brag about not sleeping. Hey, I only slept for 5 hours. Hey, I only slept for 3 hours. Look how hard I've worked. We might not be bragging about our grades or achievement. It's like common knowledge to not do that. But all of us kind of brag about how hard we work in a backhanded, non-intentional way. I don't think anybody intended to do that, but we all do. Like, oh, I was working for 18 hours yesterday, or you say that casually because first of all, it is true. But when you think about it, it's also seeking for some sort of validation, because society as a whole always validate those people who work extra hard. We might not admire or applause or like the people who have succeeded, or some, even among the people who have succeeded or have excellent work, there's always people who like them or not like them. But we can never say anything bad about people who work very hard. We always admire those people, we compliment them, regardless of what they have achieved, because hard work is hard work. And it's a behavior that is sought after, encouraged. But are we overworking, and are we overvaluing, or is hard work overrated? That should be a clickbait title. Is hard work overrated? Is it? What do you guys think? I'm sharing my story as a reminder to you and also myself is the effort you put in, is the hours you put in, is the sleep you missed, the exercising you skipped, the times with friends that you missed out. Are those all worth what you're doing now? Are you gonna just speed run and then burn out and then give up? Is everything worth, is all this work worth it? Or should you have balanced it with other things that matter in life? Your rest, pampering, your time with friends, family. Sometimes it feels like if you don't work hard now, you will never achieve what you want. But let my story and the story from my lovely regular from my stream tell you that sometimes working too hard means ending your career early because you don't know your limits. So is working hard overrated? What's your thought? Thank you for listening to me ramble, and I hope you enjoy this little speed paint of me working on a commission that I got on a Toho character. I very much enjoy doing it. And if you want to check out more of my art, I have Instagram, Twitter. If you want to catch my live stream, I have my Twitch linked down below as well. If you want to see more videos like this where it's just me rambling about thoughts I sometimes randomly have, some speed paints. I might do some tutorials in the future. I don't know if I'm good enough for that, but I will share my knowledge if I feel like I have valuable knowledge to share. You can subscribe maybe to my YouTube channel, perhaps. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Thank you very much. Have a great day. And maybe perhaps I will see you somewhere on the interwebs. Bye bye.